Hi, my name is Mindy O'Riordan, and this is my video for our Grand Canyon University ELM-200 class with Professor Hollis. Today I'm going to be talking about project-based learning, particularly about an activity that you could incorporate into a 5th grade math class. First, project-based learning is an excellent way to engage your students into their learning instead of just sitting with rote learning and memorizing facts. In our textbook, Ormrod and Jones in 2023 explains that it's a way to acquire new knowledge and new skills and work problems that will relate to the real world. And we know that real world learning is a way to show them a way to apply the knowledge that teachers are teaching them. That it's not just memorize this for your test. Hallie Bergeron in 2021 in her thesis also states that it's a way to develop skills such as collaboration and critical thinking skills. And I love her example of when she describes it as an active exploration, because that's exactly what it is. The kids are actively exploring the knowledge that is going to be applied to their life. So the activity that I have chosen for this video is a classroom store. This is a way for them to incorporate all different ways of project-based learning, role-playing, critical thinking, collaboration, problem solving in a real-world scenario. So what we have is kids would bring in different parts of the store, empty cereal boxes, milk cartons, anything that we can sell. They would be in charge of helping to price the items. And then you're going to break it up into roles. You're going to have a storekeeper, and then you would have the consumers, the ones that are buying. The skills that they're going to be applying in this school store will be things such as adding and subtracting decimals, particularly pertaining to money, counting change back, multiplying decimals, dividing decimals, talking about percentages. How do we turn a percentage into a decimal, and how does that apply to money? Well, you go to a store, you've got 25% off. What are you actually paying? Taxes, you get to the end, you have to add on, we'll say 5% sales tax. What does that look like? Then you get your coupons, 25% off. And we have to continually challenge the students. Okay, everyone's going to be a storekeeper, and you're going to be in charge of adding up the money and then telling the person, well, this is how much you owe. Then you can have your play money, right? So they're going to be giving out the money and receiving change, actively involved in these skills that they're going to take with them into the real world. Especially rounding to the nearest whole dollar. When they're going shopping, okay, here's your budget. I'm going to give you $50. What can you buy for $50 and not go over your budget? So it's getting them to think and to collaborate together. We're going to have teams, and we're going to work this out. And it's a skill that they're going to have the rest of their life. They will always be consumers. There's always going to be something to buy. And to have this, they can go with their parents shopping, and they're going to get excited, and they're going to see these things and go, oh yeah, we learned about this in school. So it's going to be a much deeper understanding and a knowledge that they're going to hold on to instead of just remembering it for the test. We know Edutopia has told us, right, that it's knowledge that we can use again, and that memorization doesn't always lead to retention. And I love that as well, because memorization does not always lead to retention is absolutely true. But when it's tangible, when it's something that answers that question that they always say, when am I going to use this in my life? You're showing it now. This is when you're going to use it in your life. This is why it's important. Make it tangible, make it real, make it fun. The more a child laughs and enjoys the learning, the longer they're going to appreciate the knowledge that they've gained, and they're going to remember it longer. Thank you for your time.